All right, we're going to quickly talk about Fractora. Fractora is a radio frequency device that's manufactured by InMode. InMode also makes Body Tight and Face Tight, which we use a lot in our office, and also Votiva, which is a vaginal rejuvenation device. Specifically about Fractora, in my opinion, it's one of the most effective and powerful skin resurfacing devices on the market. It's also one of the most powerful and effective skin tightening devices on the market. As I said before, it uses radio frequency energy. It does that in a bipolar fashion. That means energy flows from one pole to another, like a current in a circular pattern. When it flows through your skin and soft tissue, it creates heat from the resistance of the skin and soft tissue. Externally, you see coagulation of the skin, which causes resurfacing. Internally, you see the heating of the deep dermis, which in itself leads to the development and synthesis of collagen. Collagen is what leads to thickening of the skin and tightening of the skin. So it's an effective skin resurfacing device, getting rid of all the effects of aging and sun damage. It's also an effective skin tightening device from the stimulation of collagen production. We use it in almost every area of your body. The common areas are the face and neck, so you would say areas of sun damage and aging in the face and neck. Also on the backs of the hands, or we call it the dorsum of the hands, that's an obvious place for aging. And then furthermore, we use it in association with other treatments. We use it with Votiva, which is again the vaginal rejuvenation device. We use that on the external labia to tighten there. We also use it with Face Tight in a procedure called Embrace RF, which we do a lot in our office. So the Face Tight works underneath the skin to mold the fat and tighten the skin, and then the Fractora is used above the skin on the outer layer of skin to do the similar technique externally. We have been really pleased with Fractora for a lot of reasons. One of the biggest reasons is the safety profile is amazing. You can use it on almost all skin types, and you have a much lower incidence of pigmentation changes. So if you look at other technologies like CO2 lasers or erbium YAG lasers, and there's different manufacturers of those, and we have some of those in our office, they have a much higher incidence of pigmentation problems. Hyperpigmentation and hypopigmentation. This device does not have that issue, or at least it's much less. Secondly, recovery is much less than some of those other devices. This device, Fractora, does work in a fractionated fashion, which means that it leaves little pockets of normal skin and then it treats right next to it. That helps with recovery. With recovery, though, you will have redness after the treatment, and that redness could last up to 3 to 4 weeks. Let's talk about the treatment itself. On the day of the procedure, you'll come in, day of the treatment, you'll come in, and we'll talk about the risks and benefits. You'll sign a consent form. We'll take some photos, most likely, and what we do is apply a topical anesthetic, something called EMLA cream, E-M-L-A cream, which is a strong topical lidocaine cream with some other compounds in there. We apply that to the skin, and we let that sit there usually from 30 to 60 minutes. That really does provide enough anesthesia for you with this treatment. Sometimes when we're going to go deeper, we'll do some nerve blocks. That would be underneath the eyes or around the mouth. And if we're going even more aggressive, we can even use tumescent anesthesia, which is local anesthesia underneath the skin. Once you've been anesthetized, once that topical anesthetic has done its job, then we take you in for the treatment. The treatment can last 30, 60, 90 minutes, depending on the number of areas. After the treatment, as I said before, you'll be red and a little bit swollen, and that can last for a couple days to a couple weeks, depending on your skin type and the way you react to these types of treatment. The overall effect of this treatment will be seen right away, but it can take up to 6 months for the effects to be complete. That's really it. It's a device we use in the office. You walk in, walk out. Some numbing cream on your face to make you feel better. From a data standpoint, it's one of the best devices on the market for skin resurfacing and skin tightening. From a patient satisfaction standpoint, they like the fact that it has an improved risk profile, meaning that you have much less complications with this device, and it has a shorter recovery than other types of technologies on the market. I would highly advise you to consider a Fractora treatment, and feel free to look at our website for more information on this device.